Hi folks, I'm Darin Holden, Executive Director of Camp Anokijig, and I'm coming to you this afternoon from the beautiful new Centennial Lodge, high above Little Elkhart Lake's waters here at Camp Anokijig. And I am so excited to say that it's finally here. And not just this building, but the summer of 2025. This is our 100th season of camping, and your camper is going to be able to come and celebrate with us and have a great time. We've had a couple of weeks go by already. We've had our first two sessions, and we made it through the heat wave, and everybody had a great time. In fact, this week's campers are just in their beach party right now. In fact, you might hear some beach music in the background. And later this evening, they'll be packing up and getting ready to go, and they'll be having their final campfire for tonight and their award ceremony. So as they end their week, now it's time to focus on welcoming your camper for Session 3 of 2025. Session 3 is going to feature our Pirate Day, and on Thursday evening, the fabulous Anokijig fireworks to celebrate the upcoming 4th of July. So we're anxiously waiting, I can't even get it out, your camper's arrival here for their outrageously fun session. Now, if you're a returning camper, you can expect that the camp check-in experience will be very much the same as it was last year, with the addition of a few improvements that we've been able to make that will help speed up the line that you come into when you first check into camp. It's going a little bit faster than last time. If you're new to Anokijig, or if you need a refresher on what we did, keep watching these videos, and I will let you know all the details that you need to expect. But if you think you've got it down and you don't need to watch the video, well then, click over to your favorite kitten video on YouTube or whatever you like to watch and load up for a safe ride home, or not a safe ride home, a safe ride to camp on Sunday. And we'll look forward to seeing you then. Okay, if you're still with me, let's talk check-in for your child. If your child is riding a bus, the email that you got this video from will have the departure times for your stop. Now, we ask you to arrive about 15 minutes ahead of that time so we can get you all loaded and checked in and still be able to keep on schedule. That time is the time we're looking for the bus to leave the gate, to be able to make the rest of the stops on the trip. Now you're going to be looking for either a yellow school bus with a big Anokijig sign next to it or held by a staff, or a mini bus that looks kind of like a shuttle bus from the airport that'll be all decked out with Anokijig logos. Now the staff on the bus will have labels to mark your camper's luggage. They'll collect any last paperwork or fees or the medication that you need to send to camp, and they can take trading post deposits there if you'd like. Then they're going to head off to camp. Now, if you're bringing your child to camp here on site, in the email that you got, you will see an arrival window, a check-in time. Basically, what we've done is we've split the camp into 3 big groups so that each 30 minutes, a few of the sections will come in at the same time. Hopefully, this will make your check-in experience a little more pleasant and quicker if we don't have 350 of you all coming in at once. We ask that you don't come earlier than your allotted time slot. However, if you've got multiple campers and they've got different time slots, we'll ask you to drop off at the earliest slot that you receive. You will be able to drop off all the kids at that same time. Now, parking is always a premium here. So the schedule has been designed to get a certain number of cars in and out without a big traffic jam. If you do arrive early, what we're going to do is we're going to ask you to park in a little temporary parking lot right off the main lot, and we'll keep you there until some space clears for your sectional parking lot so there's a spot for you. So when you come in the road, when you come to camp, you're going to be met on the road with by a camp staff member that'll have a clipboard, and they're going to check you into camp. They're going to put a sign on your windshield that indicates your child's living section. They'll put another sign on if you need to turn in medications. It's there that you're officially checking into camp. So if you have any notes or stuff you need, last minute things, you can tell them there and they'll note it down on their clipboard. Now if you've got all your paperwork in and all your fees in, they're going to give you what we call the golden ticket. Now it can be green or yellow or square or long, but that ticket you're going to present to the staff at the living sections to signify that you've passed all the office tests and you're ready to move in. Now, if you don't have everything in, you're going to receive a white placard on your window, and that's going to help the parking attendants direct you to the registration area, which is on the deck of Centennial Lodge, right there in the main parking lot. You're actually going to go right by it to go to any parking lot. There, you can check in that paperwork and then receive your golden ticket. Now, please note, if you turned in your missing stuff or tried to send us anything here this afternoon, anytime after 2 o'clock on Friday, the office staff won't have had time to check it all over and make sure we have everything that you need. So on your form at the check-in, it may say that you need to still stop off at that registration table. We ask you to do that. We'll make it real quick and just make sure we got all our ducks in a row. Now, after the road check-in, you proceed to that main parking lot where you'll be directed to either your child's sectional drop-off area or, again, to that Centennial Lodge if you have medications to turn in. The medication station is actually right below where the registration is under the deck at Centennial Lodge, right off that main lot. Now remember, if you have medications that you're going to turn in, try to have them out separately and make sure that they're labeled in the original containers with your child's name on it. We can't accept pill organizers because then the nurses don't know what they're giving to your kid. After taking care of all the medication stuff, you're going to move to your designated parking area for your camper. When you get to that parking area, you're going to be directed to either a luggage trailer or a box or a holding area for your child's luggage. Now that's going to be labeled with your child's section name, and that's where you can put most of the luggage if you want. Now on the back of the sign that they put on your car that says the name of the section, you're going to see a map of camp. We're going to ask that you gather your child's bedding and swimwear, so pack that separately, and you'll proceed to walk to the living section following that map. Now the rest of the luggage will follow later. Unless you want to skip that step and just carry it all with you, you're welcome to do that too. But the trailers are there for your convenience if you want. Now at the living section, you're going to meet your child's living staff. You're going to exchange any information that you want to tell them. You're going to help set up their bed. And then here's the really, really tough part. Then you need to say your goodbyes and load up for a safe ride home. In reality, to alleviate traffic and parking issues and to allow the camp orientation to get started on time, which is we try to get going by about 3 o'clock, it'll be important for parents to make that stay in the section brief, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and then head back to your car for the safe ride home. Now, the trading post, our camp store, which is located right in that main lot also, you'll be driving right past it, will be open if you'd like to visit, so you can shop if you want, or if you want to make a deposit, you can do it right there. But we do ask that if you choose to go to the trading post, that you leave your car in the area where you unloaded as opposed to driving to the trading post. Please walk there. Otherwise, there's too much congestion around that area. Now, when you go to leave camp, you're going to keep that window sign with you. Take it, put it in the car, and keep it till next Saturday because on that window sign is your checkout time for Saturday. That we're going to do in 2 waves. We do one at 9 a.m., one at 9:30. And the kids and their stuff at those times are going to be in their designated parking areas. So that should be a real quick in and out for you. You come in, load up the kids, load up the stuff, on your way. Now, we're also going to send out an email, remind you of that time at the end of the session. Usually it comes out really late on Thursday or early on Friday, just to remind you of that time. Also included on that sheet with the times are the instructions on how to use the Bunk One email service so you can send back letters back and forth to your campers. And it's also how you get to the photo site to see any of the photos we take. Now, a word about the photos. Since we are way back in the woods, our internet here is really a challenge. Uploading photos takes lots of bandwidth. It'll often take us a week or more to get all the photos we've taken up on that site. It should not be an expectation to see daily pictures of your kid on that site. We'll try, but don't count on that. We do try to post a small number of photos each day on Facebook and Instagram. So if you want a more frequent snapshot of what's going on at camp, that's going to be your best source to get that type of information. Now, our biggest concern is always about your camper's safety and their positive experience. Having come through the pandemic a few years ago when we had to jump through all sorts of hoops, one of the things we learned the most is that stressing coming to camp healthy is the key to making sure you can have a safe and positive time. Now, we're glad that we can run camp back to normal Anokijig as we did before the pandemic. But to make that happen, we are counting on you to be the most responsible of parents that you can be. We'd like you to do just like you did back when your kids were in elementary school or daycare. If you remember, what they asked of you is if your child was showing symptoms of being sick, had a fever, and really had any symptoms of being ill, they asked you to keep them home. Let those symptoms go away for 24 hours and then bring them back in to camp. So we're going to ask you the same thing. Let them recover, and then we'll find another time to get them to camp. If it's a short lasting thing, your camper's been sick in the last 48 hours and they come around in the first day, well, give us a call. Maybe we can arrange for them to come in on Monday or Tuesday, just a little later in the session. Or if it's going to last longer than that, maybe they could come for another session at another time. Now, this way, we can make sure that the camp is safe and healthy for everyone. I know it's a tough call to make to tell your kid that they need to delay their arrival at camp, but we need your help to keep this all safe. So we look forward to seeing you here on Sunday, ready for those great adventures, outrageous fun, and the experiences of a lifetime. Until then, we ask you to drive safe, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me at camp. 920-893-0782 is our email, or is our phone. The email that you're getting this email for this video from is my email address, and I monitor it most all the time. So if you've got a question over the weekend, shoot me a message. I'll try to answer it here even before you come. So look forward to seeing you real soon, and as we say at Camp Anokijig, Rick Tick.